Subway Box to Go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. For all occasions and celebrations, let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
Also brought to you by Rulins. For your important real estate decisions, contact Rulins today at 938-1000 or info@rhulens.com. And now, Radio Cayman presents The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Anita Khan. And today we're thrilled to have with us Brydie Phillips, co-founder of Busy.
Good morning.
And good morning. Good morning, Brydie. I hope I keep getting your name right.
You've got it right. First time? No?
All
now
right.
we've got it.
Brydie, good morning. And we have also in the studio NorDania, Stewart. Good morning. She's a marketing accounts manager over at Busy. And this morning we'll be exploring the fascinating world of digital and traditional marketing. We can't forget traditional. Good morning and welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you in the studio this morning. We're honoring Women's Month here in the Cayman Islands, and it's good to have just women in the studio.
Yeah, we're honored to be here. Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Now, let's start with you as you're next to me, NorDania. Let's tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name's NorDania, and I've been working with Busy for the past 2 years as a marketing account manager. Prior to joining the team, I was studying and working in London for one of the major supermarkets over there, doing their marketing as well. So it's been a great experience. Definitely something I'm enjoying.
So you're back home now.
Back home now.
For good.
Yes, back home now for good. I was away for quite a while, so happy to be back.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're certainly happy to have her back.
So, Brydie, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Australia. I moved to Cayman in 2017. I've been working in marketing and PR for 10 years now. When I first moved to Cayman, I worked for another local marketing agency where I really got to immerse myself in Cayman and working with Cayman businesses and just understanding the marketing landscape in Cayman. I worked with some great clients there, like Health City, and I co-managed the 2019 Taste of Cayman event.
Nice.
And then I started working at Hurley's Media, where I met my co-founder, Jay Mumtaz, and we worked really closely together there. He was a sales manager, I was the marketing manager, and we had a really great working relationship right from the get-go. And then when Hurley's Media had a transition of ownership in 2020, I think it was, Jay and I saw an opportunity to go out and start our own agency. So that's when Busy was founded.
Here you are.
Here I am.
Get busy, stay busy.
Yeah, it's
Very much so.
You know what? When we came up with the name for our business, the intention was to come up with a really unique name so it would help with our organic SEO, and so we could purchase a unique URL. But ironically, often the clients will say, "Are you busy?" Yes,
I always ask that. And that is, we spell that Biizy. Busy.
Correct. Yeah.
Not Busy. I love that. Get busy, stay busy. Now, let me start with you this time, Brydie. What inspired you to choose a career in digital marketing? You could have
Well-
gone for something else. You could have gone to radio and,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you know what? I didn't actually choose a career in digital marketing. I studied a Bachelor of Public Relations and I majored in media and communications.
See?
Yeah, I certainly didn't choose digital. I remember when I was doing my degree, and this is going to make me sound a lot older than what I actually am, but
We're not judging.
in my one of the courses I did, we had to create a Wikipedia page, and I remember hating it. I was like, oh, this is really boring. I just want to be creative. I want to write. I want to create campaigns for brands. Like, I don't care about this digital stuff. But we cannot ignore digital. It simply put, it's significant, and it's certainly significant in the advertising space. So it can't be ignored. And yeah, over the last probably 6 years, it really has been a huge part of my job, as most people in marketing would agree. And yeah, it's ever evolving. It's dynamic. And it's really exciting. It's a fun part of marketing digital because it gives you the opportunity to explore and play around with creative and also really fully understand the data. So, understanding what worked and what didn't work.
And all at the same time catering to your customers.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So NorDania, how did you get involved with marketing and digital marketing and creating and
All of that good stuff.
but yeah.
So actually, I attended UCCI for my associates, and while there, I was studying social sciences. At that time, I was leaning a little bit more towards psychology, but I was very uncertain. And then in one of my classes, a representative from the Department of Tourism came in and gave a presentation that was just so fascinating to me. And they mentioned that they were from the marketing department and they were talking a little bit about what they do. And I was just so engrossed in the presentation. I can't remember what it was on now. But in that moment, I decided, I think I want to work in marketing. And I went home, did a bunch of research, and I was like, yeah, I think I'd be a good fit. Flash forward 2 degrees later, I studied marketing related subjects for my bachelor's and my master's. Actually, very similar degrees to what you just mentioned, Brydie. I didn't realize that, but yeah, similar background there.
Well, I'm glad you both are in marketing. Now, okay, so we have traditional marketing and then we have digital marketing. I mean, it's a huge difference these days.
Yeah.
Okay, so your traditional marketing is more broad, it's a broader reach, whereas your digital marketing is for more specific target. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. I mean, traditional marketing really is your print advertising,
Right.
radio,
TV.
TV. Whereas, digital marketing. I mean, yes, you're right. You can certainly be more targeted, and you do more targeted. Base your advertising on certain personas or demographics. But it's you can certainly get a huge amount of reach with digital marketing as well. So I guess it just depends on what your goals and objectives are.
Okay. Now, what are some of the core services that you offer at Busy?
Well, we're a full service agency, so we offer pretty much everything for people's marketing needs, from website and app development to copywriting, social media management, event planning, which is my personal favorite aspect.
Oh, look at
digital
you.
marketing. It's really, we really offer everything. We're a one-stop shop when it comes to your marketing needs.
Yeah, we also love doing branding projects. We've built a lot of websites in the last couple of years, as well as apps. And yeah, as NorDania said, events. We've got conference coming up this Friday, next Friday, 15th of March, for the RICS. So if you're interested in property and construction, then get your
And the
tickets.
theme is, let me try and remember, prop tech.
The future of
Yes,
Prop tech.
nailed it.
Prop tech. How did I remember that? Prop tech. And that's this Friday, right?
Yeah,
That's tomorrow.
Next Friday,
Next
Friday, the
15th of
15th.
March.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is International Women's Day? Is that it?
Yes, correct.
That's why you ladies are here.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the whole month with just talking about what women, what women can do and can't do.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that they can't do.
Exactly that.
Now, speaking about women,
Yep.
how do you see the role of women evolving in the digital marketing industry?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to make myself.
Sorry, is it a man? Do you think it's a man-controlled environment?
Well, I was just
A
about to
male?
say, I think like 10 years ago when I first started working in marketing, I was working at Ogilvy, which is like one of the biggest advertising agencies in the world. If you know, it's like the Coca-Cola of advertising, really.
Love that.
And unfortunately, back then, it was kind of similar to an episode of Mad Men, if you've seen Mad Men. It was a lot of, other than the fact that you couldn't smoke openly in the office, the leadership was predominantly men. And, I saw a lot of kind of females in middle management roles that were being left out of meetings, and all the men would get together and have their powwows and drink their whiskey, and I could see a lot of those managers that played important role in managing client accounts were being left out. Fortunately, it has certainly changed.
Yep.
In the last probably 5 years. We are seeing more women in. Well, actually, I looked up the stats today, so I have them here for you.
Okay,
So,
let's have 'em.
so when it comes to global roles, marketing is 28% higher in representation of women, and also more importantly, 53% are at a manager level or higher, and 55% of all chief marketing officers are women. So in marketing, we certainly do take, it is more female dominated.
Yeah.
Naturally, it's a very creative role.
Are we saying that men are not creative? I'm just
No,
kidding.
absolutely
saying that
not.
women are very
No,
creative.
Yeah, it's just more natural that women are
Just
creative.
being silly.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to continue to support women in this industry. We have a lot to bring to the table. In any industry, women have a lot to bring to the table.
Yeah.
And in terms of it evolving, I think in terms of like digital entrepreneurs, we're seeing a lot more women like starting their own businesses. And thanks to COVID,
at you.
yeah. And I think after COVID and the world basically recognizing that you can work from anywhere, it gives women a lot of opportunity to leverage, that work-life balance as well. So, yeah.
Can have a baby at the hip at home and
Yeah,
working
well,
on that
and
app.
I mean, that's
you know,
the
I
beauty
mean,
of
it's
digital
true.
marketing.
Yeah.
It's digital.
Yeah.
No, there's so much competition. There's so many, especially in Cayman.
Yeah.
We have so many marketing agencies popping up here, there, and everywhere. There's, I mean, you see it every day.
Yeah.
Now, what's your competitive edge?
Oh, I think it's definitely helpful that we are a full service marketing agency. I don't believe all other agencies do that. Lots of people tend to specialize, which is great. But I think being full service really sets us apart. And then everyone at Busy, we're able to, do everything and assist across the board, but we all kind of have our own specializations as well. So like for me, as I said, I really enjoy events. I do a lot of that for my clients. So, and then we have Jay, for example, who's really great in the website element and app development. So we're really able to assist with all your needs, but then depending on your specific request, I mean, I think it'll give our clients some ease at knowing that they're getting a specialist in that area as well.
Nice. I like that. Now, can you share with us a successful marketing campaign that Busy has recently done?
Yeah, so we recently worked on the relaunch and slight rebrand of an app for one of our clients, and that went extremely well. It was something that was in the works for quite some time because we wanted, to get it up to standard prior to launch. And I believe in terms of performance, we we surpassed our goal for, what was it, the downloads and engagement. Yep. So we set some KPIs prior to launch, and we were monitoring that closely. We were able to see how many people were downloading the app on Android versus iPhone, how much interactions and engagement we were getting on the app, and yeah, it definitely exceeded our goals. So I would consider that a success.
How much of traditional marketing? I'm so interested in. I'm old school. I just can't get into the to the heck of things, the digital. But how much of traditional marketing do you do right now? As it is.
Yeah, I would say probably. I mean, for that particular campaign, it was probably like 30% traditional and 70% digital. I mean, there's certainly still a place for traditional marketing in Cayman. I mean, we see it on radio. You know, a lot of our clients still advertise on radio.
That's
and
right.
people in Cayman listen to radio, and that's great. You know, it is a small community at the end of the day. So having platforms like this, it is important. But yeah, I don't see traditional marketing going away anytime soon. Digital is certainly taking over. And I mean, digital marketing, as I said earlier, it's a lot more exploratory. Like you can, run an ad for a week and see if it's performing and understand the data, and then make adjustments if you need to further enhance that campaign. Whereas with traditional media,
print,
you take out a full-page print ad and pay thousands of dollars, and you may not necessarily know how well that ad performed.
Right.
So
it's basically a one-way communication.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
Definitely.
Whereas with digital,
especially with social media,
you have like real-time
interaction,
measurement, way to measure success of that. So I was going to get to the question of how do you measure the success of your digital marketing campaigns?
So we do monthly reporting for all of our clients because insights-led recommendations are very important to us. We'll never just recommend something for our client, because they have the budget. It has to add value to their company, their brand, and their objective. So every month we assess performance by, looking at, for example, with, again, digital marketing, if we have PPC ads, which are pay-per-click ads, we can see how many clicks they received in a certain month. We can track, for social media, we can track comments, likes, shares, those sorts of interactions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that I missed?
I think you covered it.
I mean, it is extremely important to us as a business, and it was one of our goals when Jay and I first started Busy, in that we wanted to be able to give our clients real data and real reports, because what's the point of paying to do something if it doesn't mean you're meeting your goals or there's return on investment.
On that note, we have to check our investments. We've got to thank our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Ruland's Real Estate. Thanks to our guests in the studio. We're going to take that quick break. Thanks to Silver Fox holding it down in the other studio. Good morning, Silver Fox. We're going to take that quick break and be right back.
Real estate decisions have a major impact on your life and work. A home may be the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Office space is the second highest cost after staffing. For savvy property decisions, a trusted advisor is vital. Ruland's reputation is built on that trust. Data-driven and fact-focused, Ruland's harnesses 25 years of experience and the latest market intelligence. We analyze every opportunity in the context of our clients' best interest now and in their future. For important real estate decisions, contact me, Sloan Ruland, and my team at 938-1000 or info@rulands.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Your Yesteryear Musical, Saturday evenings at 8 o'clock on Breeze Radio. Entertaining, enlightening, and inspirational. Topical with CI cultural and heritage flashbacks. And the wonderful music of yesteryear, from the Thomas Edison era to the recent past. Your Yesteryear Musical, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on Breeze Radio, 105.3 FM in Grand Cayman and 91.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Good morning if you're just joining us. Thank you so much for doing so. It's a beautiful morning on the outside. On the inside, we have women at the forefront of digital and traditional marketing. And sitting right next to me, it's NorDania Stewart. She's a marketing accounts manager for Busy. And we have one of the co-founders, Brydie Phillips. Good morning again, ladies.
Good morning again.
Morning.
I just love chatting. I missed my cue just now. I'm sorry. No, we have artificial intelligence on the march, on the forefront.
Oh, yeah.
Sure do.
Chatty is my personalized AI.
Oh, best
Yeah.
friend.
Fancy. Yes. Very helpful.
Yeah.
Very, I mean,
It can be.
yeah, sometimes you have to tone it down.
Yeah.
But how do you see the future of digital marketing, especially with emerging technologies like my chatty, or just being funny, artificial intelligence and other learning, machine learning? How do you see the future for marketing, digital marketing, with all these helps? I mean, look at it. Artificial intelligence, chatty, can write a script.
Yeah.
In just like that, just prompt what you want.
But at the end of the day, it's all about the prompts, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I think, there's no denying that it is playing a part in marketing. We can't deny that. And I think what's important to note is that it is just right now, for me personally, it cuts my time down a lot. It's helpful, but it doesn't do the job. It
the way you want
requires it. No, and it requires, really, really thinking about prompts and briefing. But it also isn't sitting in meetings with me and clients and understanding a client inside out. It doesn't understand, and maybe one day we'll get to that point, but, it doesn't understand, sales data or sales goals, and it's not a holistic approach to creating, a marketing strategy. With that being said, it certainly does help with, any kind of writing tasks, and it cuts it down.
Bits and pieces.
But you've still got to personalize it.
That's right.
Exactly.
Because most of the time it just sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
And it's not personalized.
Yeah.
But it is on the rise. And I think there's a lot of things that, we will change in the future. Like chatbots and automation, like for email marketing. Also, like personalization, like the robots will start to understand you better than you know yourself.
Of course.
Predicting like sales.
You have a better conversation with them than you can with your colleague,
Yeah. Let's not get to that point. Let's keep
hopefully
talking.
not. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. AI is very, very helpful, a very useful tool. But just to expand on what Brydie says, I mean, it doesn't do the job of a marketer. It's very important as a marketer to understand your client's brand voice and brand tone, and that's something that AI isn't aware of yet. A lot of people aren't able to distinguish what's a different tone that one brand would use for in one sector versus another. So AI definitely helps cut down the time with some of our copywriting, but we definitely have to go over and personalize it and make sure it suits the brand that the piece is for.
Yeah, you make a good point. Tone of voice is incredibly important, and that's something I've played around with a lot using ChatGPT, and it doesn't get it right.
Yeah,
it really doesn't.
I've never even tried with that because I'm just like, it just won't get it. It's helpful for the content, and it's great for word count as well. Sometimes, but I just always have to tweak it.
I think sometimes it's just a bit lame,
sometimes it sounds too simple.
No, but whenever it's lame, you tell it it's lame.
Yeah,
and it'll work on it again.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
seriously.
it does. But I think that more Like recently I was working on a brand project and I wanted to create a more like edgy, sleek kind of tone of voice, and it wasn't helpful at all.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. So yeah, there's an example of when it hasn't.
I was trying to write a script one day, and I, try and use a ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I had some of the details of what the meal would consist of, fritters and sides, the different sides. And it kept giving me coleslaw. And I'm like,
Only
no,
coleslaw?
along with
Oh,
the other,
okay,
with the
okay.
comforters and everything. And it added coleslaw. And coleslaw wasn't anywhere near to what I copied and gave it to him.
Okay.
I'll give it to it, And it keep coming back with coleslaw. God, it keeps saying,
No
there's
coleslaw.
no coleslaw. So eventually I just take out the coleslaw.
Yeah.
And just do my own thing.
Surprised you
with it.
didn't just give in and make the coleslaw.
Or recipe for the coleslaw.
Yeah.
No, how can you share some advice for women who are just starting out in digital marketing?
Ooh. My advice
There you have
would
lots
be,
behind there, NorDania.
my advice would be, to dibble and dabble in the different aspects of marketing. I feel like when someone says marketing, they think that it's just like a clear cut, a cookie cutter, job description. But marketing is such a broad umbrella term that includes so many things. You can work in marketing and just be a copywriter. You can work in marketing and be a graphic designer. You can, or you can work in marketing and wear many hats. So, I would recommend, a young marketeer to try, turn their hand and try different things and see what sticks, see what they like. I think that it's great to possess a lot of different skills, but I think it's also great to find your passion and maybe find your something that you want to specialize in.
Your niche.
Find your niche, but don't be afraid to go out there and try different things. Maybe try working in an agency, maybe try working in-house, because those are two different experiences. So I would just say to just dive in and give it a go.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think a few things really. And this is from my own personal experience. I think continuing to learn is really important, especially in the digital space. It's changing daily, regularly. So continuing to learn is really important. I also think that, you should take risks. If you don't take a risk, you don't know, if it's going to work. It may be a complete failure, but it may just work out really well for you. I think in addition to that, it's like when you're young, having a really good mentor to guide you, to lead you, to pick you up when you make mistakes. I think that's really important as well.
So we do encourage mentorship within the digital space.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Now, how many females are at Busy? Just the two of you?
3, 4.
50%?
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah.
50% female.
So how does Busy foster that supportive environment for women?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have time for gender bias. We hire people based on their skills and their talent. So, yeah, I think in terms of like supporting women, like we believe in equal opportunity. We also offer really flexible working arrangements as well. We're really passionate about that and creating like work-life balance. We don't have any mothers in our team, but we do, like everyone wants the opportunity to, get to the gym or like make sure they can get to the supermarket so they're cooking healthy during the week. Like they've got a great social life and they're creating balance in their life. That's really important to us.
I love that.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
It's been great.
And just like
it's the understanding.
Yeah. I mean, life happens, and if you can't create work-life balance, then, what's the point? What's the point? But also, like, I mean, in digital marketing, like, we are always on. Digital marketing is 24/7. There's no escaping it. So it's important to take that time to just tune out of that for a moment. Otherwise, you're just burnt out.
Yeah, just working.
Yeah.
And the balance.
Yes.
And speaking of balance, how do you balance the creative and the analytical aspects of digital marketing? You have to be creative
Yeah.
You can't work in marketing and you don't have an ounce of creativity.
Yeah.
You see, I'm not very creative.
Oh, I don't believe that.
I'm not very, but I try. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, stuff will come to me.
That's the best time. Yeah,
That's what it comes
or in the shower.
But how do you balance? How do you balance that?
Yeah. Well, I think it's like creativity and digital marketing, they go together. And they actually really, when they go together, it's magic, right? Because as I said earlier, with digital marketing, you can trial different creative avenues and understand what works and what doesn't work. So I think it's really important that, you balance both those things, creativity and combining that with digital.
Do you ever get writers get writer's block?
Yeah,
do you ever get to the point where
creative blocks?
Creative block where you just can't move forward?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And so what do you do?
We just had a moment in the office this week where we needed to just we just get together, and I find personally that I am more creative when I'm with a group and we can throw ideas around. But yeah, it just happened this week where we were stuck on an idea for a client, and the four of us in the office got together and we just sat down, threw some ideas around, and
left with some good ideas, some good stuff. So
awesome.
Brainstorming is super helpful in marketing. Just helps to keep the creative juices flowing, being around other creatives as well. And sometimes you're just stuck in your head or stuck on a project for so long that you kind of lose sight of
you need some fresh
other
eyes.
possibilities. Exactly. So
fresh ears.
And just researching what other businesses are doing globally and taking those ideas and adjusting them to meet the our clients' goals and objectives. That can be really helpful as well.
Yeah.
And as long as it's not plagiarism, right? I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely not.
We're not in the job of plagiarism.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We've got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Brydie Phillips and NorDania Stewart.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Real estate decisions have a major impact on your life and work. A home may be the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Office space is the second highest cost after staffing. For savvy property decisions, a trusted advisor is vital. Rulin's reputation is built on that trust. Data-driven and fact-focused, Rulin's harnesses 25 years of experience and the latest market intelligence. We analyze every opportunity in the context of our clients' best interest now and in their future. For important real estate decisions, contact me, Sloan Rulin, and my team at 938-1000 or info@rulins.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Social media, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Interact with our talk shows on YouTube. Download our official Radio Cayman app, or you can log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Radio Cayman. Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. Get busy, stay busy. The name of the company we put the focus on this morning is Busy, and it's women at the forefront of digital and traditional marketing. And those two women, for right now, I've not met the rest of them. It's Brydie Phillips. She's a co-founder of Busy, and NorDania Stewart. She's a marketing accounts manager for Busy.
Yes.
They're always busy.
Yes, very much.
This is going to stay with me for the rest of the week. Get busy, stay busy. Can we get some contact details for Busy? because sometimes people are in their cars and they're driving and then they leave to go into the into their workplace and well I don't know where Busy is located. I don't have a number, I don't contact details.
Well, you know what? We made our emails very simple for that exact reason. So you can email me at just the letter B, at busy, BIIZY.com. Very simple email address. And our website is busy.com, BIIZY.com.
And you have all the contact details on there.
Yeah.
Of course. Now let's get back to the business at hand. Trends in digital marketing. What are some of those that businesses should be aware of?
So I think it's an obvious one, but video is incredibly important. Yeah. We just saw this week that Instagram launched allow 3-minute videos now. We saw TikTok launch their first series. I think it was last week or the week before. There was like 50 episodes and they're all like 1 to 2 minutes long. So video is really important. But in addition to video, it's really like using video to tell a story and humanize content. People want to connect with a brand on a more emotional level now, so I think that's really important. I think people and this is less digital trend, but it's certainly important for marketers. People like corporate social responsibility, people are purchasing now with a purpose. They want to buy from brands that that align with their own personal values. So whether that's, buying makeup products that are, more natural or cruelty-free or being more environmentally conscious, I think that's a really important trend that businesses should be considering as part of their marketing strategy.
And I think most of them are working on it, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're left behind.
Yes.
Exactly. Gotta move with the times.
So how do you stay updated with the latest trends and changes in digital marketing?
Lots of research. Yeah, both direct and indirect. Because we work with so many clients across different sectors, we always have to be on top of, different social media trends, digital and traditional marketing trends, because it really depends on the client, what they'll gravitate toward or what we'll recommend most. So just being involved and working across different sectors, we're naturally always remaining up to date with, the latest trends and developments. But then sometimes you just have to do a deep dive and look and see what's coming next so that we can kind of, preempt that and get ready for that, get our clients ready for that. Exactly. Yeah. You got to stay on top of things because the marketing sphere is so quickly and rapidly changing. As Brydie says, it changes every day. Like, with the TikTok series, didn't even realize.
I didn't even know that. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, it just happened.
I haven't watched it yet. Apparently, it's about some woman that was being catfished by her husband for like years.
By her husband.
It's meant to be very interesting, but I haven't.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yet.
Add to my watch list
already.
Yeah.
No, we did talk about mentorship for a brief second there, but can you share your thoughts on the importance of mentorship in this particular industry?
Yeah, look, I think it's important in any industry, to be honest. But personally, for me, I've had 2 female mentors in my career who have been so supportive of me, and they've believed in me, and they've let me take risks. And when those risks didn't pay off, they've been there to pick me up. And I think that's really important. And I think for, if you are female and you are considering going into the marketing industry, we just kind of acknowledged earlier that it is a female-dominated space. So finding female mentors should be pretty easy. I mean, I know SIMPA in Cayman, which is the marketing association, there's a lot of great females involved in SIMPA. But yeah, it is important in any industry, and if you have someone,
that's right,
a mentor that believes in you.
Our own Kathy Miller in sales and marketing, she is just voted in as a vice president.
Congratulations.
Vice president? Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I should know this. No, marketing is an exciting field. But it to me, it's like accounting. If you don't have an interest, don't be involved.
Oh, yeah,
But
definitely.
wait, make that accounting and broadcasting.
Okay.
If you don't have an interest, don't become involved.
Yeah, that's probably true for any sector. I mean, if you don't,
But
if you don't enjoy the
I've
job.
nailed down accounting and broadcasting
Okay, fair enough.
and marketing. So if you don't have an interest, don't get involved. Don't waste your time. You know, you have to be creative to really. I mean, accounting is not creative, but to be real. Well, yeah, some people think it's creative for them, but let me don't let me get there. Traditional marketing strategies versus digital marketing strategies, very different. Somewhat similar, but very different. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
No. Does the cost differ?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we've kind of mentioned this earlier with digital marketing. You could put a really small budget towards a campaign and see how it's performing, trial, test, make adjustments.
Yeah.
If it's working, you can add more budget. Unfortunately, with traditional media, it's more a set fee, and the analytics around that are very limited. So, yeah, and that's not to say that there isn't a place for digital marketing. Sorry, for traditional marketing. There's still a strong place for it. With digital, you just have the flexibility.
Yeah, but I wish more agencies would use traditional marketing in the marketing mix.
For sure.
Especially in Cayman.
Yeah.
You know, some agencies do utilize radio. I'm here for radio.
Yeah.
Trying to bring radio back to the forefront.
Yeah. I would say 70% of our clients still advertise on radio. And we certainly encourage it. People in Cayman listen to radio.
All right, we're going to leave that right there and go to content creation. How important is content creation and effective storytelling techniques in marketing? You did touch a bit about that, video, for instance, but how important is it?
Oh, super, super important. Content creation is vital, I think, you know, across the board, across different sectors. For example, like, you know, social media content. Not everyone has an Instagram account or Facebook, but most people do across different demographics and age groups. So it's a great way to advertise your brand, your product, to get all of your messages across, literally in the palm of someone's hand. And creating, and now because so many people are on social media and they're utilizing it as a tool, it's important to create content that stands out and is engaging, because then otherwise you kind of just get lost in the noise. So it's super important. So just like, you know, circling back to Brydie's point about video, that's something that we heavily encourage our clients to utilize both for digital ads and for, you know, just social media content, because it stops people from scrolling and gets them engaged. You know, they're more likely to share, comment. Yeah, it's very, very helpful.
And stay there and watch it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Especially if it's a good story.
Yeah,
you know, it personalizes the brand. It evokes emotion. People are going to stop and pay attention.
Yeah.
At the top of your head, do you have one of those videos that you can tell us about?
Ooh.
What about well, we probably shouldn't say the brand, but the campaign we did telling the story of someone working in the field.
Oh, yes. Good example. Good example. So we worked.
Yeah, we did get permission from our clients to talk about campaigns. So,
so we did work on a very emotive piece, a video piece that could be used, you know, for ads. And it's a storytelling piece, you know, talking about the workers in that field for that organization. And the narrator is, you know, a family member or someone close to the worker. So the idea behind that is, you know, hearing the voice of a loved one speaking about their loved one in a dangerous field while we're able to visualize and see what dangers they face. You know, it kind of helps to build a sort of appreciation for the role, for the organization, as well as, you know, creates a good way of getting across like a caution message to the public.
Yeah,
and that makes sense without saying too much.
Yeah, I think
that would make me want to stay there and watch it, right? Or listen to it. If
Exactly, because it's emotive. It makes you feel like, this could be me. This could be my friend, brother, sister, husband, whatever. And it gets you thinking a little bit because it makes it a lot more personal for the viewer, which makes it easier for an individual to digest the message if they're able to relate to it.
So what is some of the, let's quickly, because I'm almost out of time. What are some of the attention grabbers, especially? Okay, so we've got video. How about things like font and size of font? And does it matter a lot?
It does, yeah. And I think it's really relevant to the brand and the target audience. So, yeah, it really just depends on who you're trying to target. We've seen with millennials a more minimalistic or simplistic approach to marketing, maybe more effective, but that may not be the same for a different demographic or target audience. So it really, it does matter. Fonts and colors and images that you use, it all matters. But yeah, understanding your target audience plays a big part of how that is influenced.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's on the pipeline for Busy in terms of marketing?
Yeah, look, we love supporting Cayman businesses, and we want to continue to do that. We'd also love to continue to grow our team and hire a young Caymanian like NorDania and continue to mentor them and grow them and set them up for success in their future career.
Okay, and let's have your location again and hours of operation and how you can be reached.
Oh, look, hours of operation, you can catch us anytime, really. We're
you're a client 24/7, pretty much, if you're a client.
But you can catch us, you can head to our website, which is busy.com, BIZY.com, or you could email me at just the letter B at busy.com.
Well, NorDania, I want to say thank you. And Brydie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And tomorrow is International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Enjoy it to the max.
Exciting times, yes.
No brainstorming tomorrow. Just take the day off, Just take the day off and enjoy, all right? That's our guest this morning, Brydie Phillips, one of the co-founders of Busy, and NorDania Stewart. She's the marketing accounts manager over at Busy. Thank you, ladies. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Ruland's Real Estate. Without you, we couldn't do this. Thanks to Silver Fox for holding it down. Our producer, Miss Susan Watson, taking some well-deserved R&R. Thank you, Susan. Good morning. She's a producer of The Buzz until Tuesday, March 12th, when we bring you another Business Buzz from me, your host, Anita Can. Goodbye.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
Also brought to you by Ruland's. For your important real estate decisions, contact Ruland's today at 938-1000 or info@rhulens.com.